Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So the Gators will get the first crack on offense today. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. This, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
For Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. He makes the grab.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
They'll run it here.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Going to try to use his legs here. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Touchdown, Gators. Offense setting the tone early. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Texas's offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
They call the counter play here. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. Longhorns will crank up the tempo. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. The big guy was just turned loose right over the middle.
Chris, how did they miss this guy? Big tight end, has great athletic ability, all alone over the middle. The quarterback's eyes lit up as he found his intended target for a big gain.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, it's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. And the defense come up with answers this time. They're going to run it. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. First down and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with two guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here. The Gators will line up to kick it away. On the returner, lost the ball. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, that returner might not see very many more chances in this game. That's a real heads-up play by his teammates to recover the ball so the offense can keep possession.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain moves the ball to the 34. The Longhorns hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On third down, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Longhorns bring their punt team onto the field. See if he can make something happen with the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he's going to finally head out of bounds, but talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Movement here from the tight end. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Returner decides to field it. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And now the handoff. Powerful running into the secondary. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
They look to throw it here on second down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now
cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Gators offense retakes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Off the play fake, looking to throw. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Jukes past the defender. He's in the clear. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Receiver in motion now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the marker.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get into the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing third down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
Third and goal, try to make it on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Just not a lot of room there on the RPO on third down for the offense. Give the defense a lot of credit. They sat back initially, and then they overcommitted to stop that running game, and it worked out.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Using his legs here. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker. And now a 4th down decision coming up. Longhorns will have to kick it away. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. They get him down, and the gain moves the ball to a +40.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Got a lane. Can he get in? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Keeping it on the ground here.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. Catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets
quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. The Longhorns will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that one's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Throws incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, we're going to throw it. Extending the play now. Breaks loose at the 40. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4. And the Gators are in the red zone.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action.
Got space looking for the end zone here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point is good. It's a 3-touchdown lead now, 28-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set. It's second down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And that sets up a return. When he's got some space here. Now they finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return. This drive starts in good position. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A handoff from the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. A big gain. The Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Gators. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And they've got him. Punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. The quarterback escapes the pocket. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. Longhorns will send the punt team onto the field. On the kick now for the 5th time today. And the ball is away from inside the 10. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. The Gators offense retakes the field. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is
lofting it toward the left sideline. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
a lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play.
Looking for a deep completion. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Florida. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. Let's see if they go for more before halftime. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Checks this down to the running back. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
And there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Keeper for the first down and more. Out of bounds after another big scramble. This guy's legs has been a major weapon for the offense today. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Here's the handoff. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Fires it on the move. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. The pass is intercepted. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Suddenly, off the interception, it's 1st and goal for this offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Just about 20 seconds remaining here in the half as they'll line up on 1st and 10. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
The back catches it on that play, Chris. Kind of looked like a receiver on the way they designed that play. I love the toe tap at the end. He's inbounds. Nice game.
They'll hand it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The Longhorns will have to punt this one away. He's on to boot it away now. He'll field the punt. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And they get the second half started with the running play. Second down play coming up. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. That's a massive play. Moves the ball to the 14, and just like that, they're in scoring position.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Important second down play coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Turn starts from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wide out. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense...
On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
Pitch play to the back. Just trucks through the defender. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time. And the Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Oh, here comes the reverse. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Receiver makes the grab. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
He'll be muscled out of bounds, very close to the goal line.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back.
Touchdown, Florida. And the beatdown continues. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
Offense with their execution and having situational awareness. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. 14. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
He'll hand it off. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Catch is made down the middle. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
And the single back takes the handoff. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game. And another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Locates the tight end. It's complete. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This one is right through. So they get the 3 points, but this remains a large deficit. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. The Gators offense retakes the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They'll try the option play here. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaks loose at the 40. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a 1st down. Great execution on the option. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And a senior making a disruptive impact play.
Man, I love to see the big guys get a chance to make a play like this. Usually it's the guys off the edge, the linebackers, maybe a blitz, but instead the big fella at nose tackle gets the sack.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Comes up with the catch. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And tackled after a small pickup there. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the pass is complete to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Oh, it's a reverse. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Field goal try, no good. And that sums up the game so far.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they're moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback making some changes at the line. Off play action. He's looking to throw. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Gators. To stretch the lead, the route is on. And the PAT as good as they continue to pull away even more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch.
Chris, why not save your best for the big stage? And this guy's doing it. He's now over 100 yards receiving on the night. How about this last one? Diving out to make this catch. That might be his best play of the night.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Crucial third down play coming up. Looks left and finds his target there. Gets some space around the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. We'll check out the stats so far. So let's get back to the action. Would be an impressive CFP statement. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Texas.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll give it to the running back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Trying to extend the play. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The game is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Completion sets up a 2nd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw over the middle. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Gators churn out another 1st down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Showcasing the shiftiness on that play, defense finally brings him down.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
The defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks.
Touchdown, Florida. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Point after, up and good. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And looking to throw now on first down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pass clock. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Short completion there, second down coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He pulls in the catch. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. And they run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Longhorns looking to cash in this red zone trip. He'll hand it off. The tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Defense is coming after him. Oh, sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. The field goal is good. They tack on 3 points, but still large deficit. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. Can he make it? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a first down. The Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field. No fair catch. He fields the punt. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Gators offense retakes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Second down after that previous play. And of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's third down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
Let's fly to the wideout. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
That's the last thing that you can afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Punt over the middle. It's Rodriguez. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Catch made on the out route. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Third down here, time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Short connection to the tight end here. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Longhorns will have first and 10 here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Looking to chuck it again. He pulls in the catch. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Hold it. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. And he's got it.
Well, this is what makes this tight end so difficult, Chris. I mean, this defense is playing man-to-man coverage. You go to a corner route, he's running like a wide receiver. Travis Kelce in the NFL has changed the game for up-and-coming tight ends from the high school game, now in the college game. They're essentially wide receivers playing tight end.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or do they have to settle for 3? Looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user have not turned the game off and reset their plan to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Florida offense retakes the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board.
Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with...
Oh, the pass is picked off.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. This time a completion. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Gators. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's running out of time here. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. So second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback dropping back, bringing pressure. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. And a timeout taken by the defense. 18 seconds left on the clock.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. Longhorns will line up to boot it away. Choosing to return the punt. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. We're talking about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. First down here for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. He's hit just before the throw. Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.